he was a little boy, except to go to the bathroom. Don't you want to be like Jesus, honey? Or do you want to be nasty? Now, you've done it before, haven't you? Don't tell a story. You've already been naughty. When have you done it? I touched myself accidentally, and it felt different. Different from what? Everything. It makes me feel warm down there. You're 7 years old, and the little girls aren't supposed to feel that way. Are you still going to let me draw? Well, that's up to you. Do you want to draw with nasty hair? No, I don't want you to do it anymore. I don't even want you to think about it, but it's up to you. I want you to talk to Jesus about it, and I want you to wash your hands. Jesus, thank you that Mama will still let me draw. Jesus, if I couldn't draw, I'd just stop. I wouldn't be anymore. Jesus? Is that you? Did you hear me say I was sorry? You're a bad, bad girl. It sounded like me on a radio turned up too loud, but my mouth was closed. And my lips weren't moving. I was not talking out loud to myself. Somebody was making me hear my own voice. I don't think they shouldn't let you draw anymore. I felt a tingle so deep inside my head, it felt like it was in my brain. And it was dark. Like there was a fog around my head. Stop it! You should be like me. I'll show you. I'll let you try here. Here? It's my head. Go away, I don't want you inside my head. You can't make me go away. I live here. I can do anything I want inside my head. Go away. Go away. Go away. My mother came back into the room. She looked surprised. Did you hear it? Someone yelling. I think it was a little girl. She was really loud. What's that got to do with you not being ready for school yet? You look like a ragamuffin with your hair all over the place. Do you really want to go to school looking like somebody who's never going to amount to anything? You really didn't hear? No. Get ready. But she was yelling. I'm going to start yelling myself in a minute. I really wanted to tell my mother that I heard her voice, and she was here. Right here in the back of my head, like another head with a really big mouth. But I didn't want to tell her that I heard a voice that nobody else could hear. I was afraid she might get mad. The voice kept coming back. Draw. You can't do anything. You're just noise. and fog. I am Susan, your Siamese twin. Oh, your best friend. You're not my friend. And you're not Susan. Susan is my middle name. I am Susan. She was more than just a tinkle like she was the first time. It felt like she was riding on a piggyback, and she weighed 500 pounds. I looked in the mirror to make sure I didn't have two heads. You are not Susan. This is you. You're mean. I'm going to tap on you. You can't talk. This is my head and my neck. I'll make you sick yourself. You can't make me say anything I don't want to say. But maybe she could. Maybe I was crazy. Honey, come to the living room on Sunday night. Daddy's going to read you a story from the Bible. Oh, Mommy said I could draw. And then we would have our Sunday evening reading. Church doesn't stop at noon on Sundays, Nena. We should strive to always be with the Lord, not just Sunday morning like most people do. Hush, listen to Daddy. And he entered the house and would not have anyone know it. Yet, Jesus could not be hid. But immediately a woman came and fell down at his feet. Now, the woman had a little dog who was possessed by an unclean spirit. And she begged him to cast the demon out of her daughter. Well, he said to her, Madam, let the children first be fed, or, it is not right to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs. But she answered him, Yes, Lord, yet even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs. And he said to her, Madam, for this sake, you may go your way. The demon has left your daughter. Woman went home, found the child lying in bed, and that demon, he was gone. But, Daddy, what does it mean? Oh, Nena, honey, you can't do any better than go to Jesus. But how did the woman know her daughter had a demon? Could she read her mind? Oh, Jesus could read her mind. Did the demon look like fog? Fog? No, honey. The little girl in the Bible probably heard voices. She probably talked to herself. Only crazy people talk to themselves, like the old man who sits outside on the church steps. What do voices say? I don't know. Probably everything a little girl isn't supposed to do. The little girl in the Bible was probably crazy, honey, and out of control. You're crazy! Mama, would you know if I had a demon? If I heard voices, would you get Jesus to cast them out? Oh, hush, girl. You do not hear voices. The minister will let the old man who talks to himself come inside the church. Maybe Jesus would cast out his demons. I don't want you to worry about voices and demons. Let us bow our heads and pray. You're
What in heaven? Hallowed be that.
Wait, Nena, what are you frowning about? You're acting like you're mad about something. Now, I'm not going to let you ruin our Sunday evening prayer meeting. Honey, don't you want to spend this time with Jesus and your family? I expect you to act like a big girl. I want to see you smile. Yes! Shut up. Mama was always saying, I can see right through you. So, why couldn't you see Susan? Nobody can help me. I would have to fight Susan all by myself. It would just take practice, like drawing. Daddy said you can do anything you set your mind to. So, whenever Susan started screaming, I concentrated until I saw a blank sheet of paper inside my head. And I would lines go across that sheet of paper like I was really drawing. Even when the fog got so thick, I could hardly see what I was doing. The louder she screamed, the faster I drew. Ha! Picasso! You learned how to do that from me. I showed you how to draw inside your head. Nope. All real artists can do this. They don't need you. I don't need you. I got faster and faster and faster and faster until I just drowned out her voice. I'm not a little girl anymore. I'm 12. Go away. You don't scare me anymore. Are you going to draw me away, Picasso? You're sad. And you don't have any joy. You'll never have any joy unless you come inside. I have a lot of joy. I'm an artist. Where are all the drawings that will make me Picasso? Huh? How do you know that Picasso is even real? I'm here. I'm real. You pretend to be an artist. You pretend to be happy. And you pretend like I'm not here. You will always smile and pretend, won't you? If you don't come inside, you'll be miserable. Die! Just die! Climb out the window onto the roof and jump! If I died, you die too. I'm not going to kill myself. I'm going to find you and kill you. Ha! See? You do think I'm real? You can't find me unless I'm real. I am Nena. These are my toes, my feet. These are my legs, my arms, my head. My head! I am molecules. I am connected to the ground, to the air, to the light. I am connected to everything. downstairs yet. Well, of course I can draw a real person. I'm 14. You need to study anatomy, girl. Who's that supposed to be? That's me. Connected to all the other molecules in the universe. And then, can you learn anatomy from photographs? My art teacher said you can learn anatomy from photographs. Alone. Girl, why'd you make yourself all alone? Alone? Why did you make yourself all alone? Pretending again. It's a self-portrait. And then all artists know about anatomy. It's narcissism, self-absorption. Anatomy? Nena, honey, you should show the kingdom in you. The kingdom is within us. The universe is in you. When we are one with God, we only see what God sees. Love. God is love. I don't see what love has to do with my place in the universe. Girl, you mean to tell me you don't see what God has to do with your place in the universe? You're not an atheist, are you? No, I mean, Teddy, can you see how all the molecules are connected? Don't you think this is what the universe would look like to God? Chaos. That's what the universe looked like to God before he conquered chaos. Now there's a different kind of chaos, man-made. And that's not the type of person we intended you to be. Oh, come on downstairs in your pajamas. You don't even want me to be an artist. Girl, you are not old enough to know what you want. I want to be an artist. Nena, that's not enough. You're not enough. Shut up. I am so. I am Nena. These are my toes. These are my feet. I am so Picasso. You can be the best, most famous, most important person you want. I'll show you. Come inside. Maybe if I did what she said, I'd be such a good artist that Mom and Daddy would let me do what I wanted to do. All of a sudden, I felt like I was awake and dreaming at the same time, but I wasn't moving. I couldn't move. I was on the roof. All of a sudden, I couldn't see, and I was falling into darkness. Every morning, I made sure she woke up dreaming about swimming in a lake. She was always deep in the lake, and nobody could see her. It was so peaceful and quiet. I let her swim for a while. It was soothing to float in nothing. But eventually, she ran out of air. So she swam toward the surface, and I pulled her back. She sheet of paper inside my head. Picture a movie of me jumping off the roof. Over and over and over again. Every time I made a drawing, there was a picture of that movie. And so, I drew that movie. Over and over and over again. Pretty soon they were pretty good drawings. Nena, what is that? What is the matter with you? Nothing, Mama, it's just a drawing. What is a hubbub in here? Look at this. Well, she's a teenager. She's just going through a phase. I want her to stop it. Do you hear me, Nena? Nobody can ruin your life inside your head. The week before I was supposed to leave for college, Daddy took me to get my driver's license. I was driving. A girl with really dirty hair and messy clothes staggered into the street. No! Stop! I almost hit her. I knew she was talking to her boys. Lord have mercy, what is she doing out here by herself? Well, why are we still sitting here? We don't have all day. Daddy? What if there was something going on inside my head? Of course there's something going on inside your head. Your head is straight towards law school. I keep telling you that. But Daddy, what if it was a voice? A voice that told me to do something really bad. Like kill myself. Well, Nena, it's hard to die. You should be so lucky you would die. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, but thou art with me. When I was your age, I repeated those words to myself whenever I felt unsure of myself, and all those voices of doubt were silent. Okay? No, it wasn't okay. Are you looking where you're going to go? Girl, you're going to kill somebody. Daddy, I'm afraid that I'm going to turn out like that girl. Oh, Nena. Honey, they should strap her down and give her shock treatment. You just having growing pains. That's all. Believe in yourself. Everybody else does. It doesn't matter what anybody says, Susan. I only care what I see in my mind. What I can make with my own hands. You don't hear me, Susan? I know you're there. Susan! I was a National Achievement Scholar, and I got a full tuition scholarship to Grinnell College. I don't want to go to some strange place along with her. They'd strap me down and give me shock treatment. But The morning that I was supposed to leave for college, Daddy said the same thing that he always said. There is nothing wrong with being a National Achievement Scholar. I don't want to be a National Achievement Scholar, and I don't want to go to college. You want to be mediocre. No, I want to be an artist. Artists aren't mediocre. Nena, I've been telling you ever since you were a little girl that if you want to be an artist, you have to learn how to do something else for a living. I leaned against the car door and wondered if falling out of a car going 70 miles an hour could kill me. Are you thinking about doing it? I locked the car door. Nena, your daddy and I want to talk to you about boys. What boys? Well, what we want to know is when you go away to school, do you think you can handle yourself? That you won't let the boys get you down. Are you talking about sex? I don't have sex. Well, honey, sometimes when young people go out on their own, they do things they wouldn't do at home. I'm not going to have sex. Why do you think I'm going to have sex? You think I'm stupid? You said only stupid girls have sex. You know what we said, wasn't it? Anybody can make a mistake and get pregnant. And why are you so jumpy? I am not jumping. If you think I'm going to get pregnant, then why are you making me go to college? I don't even want to go. You think you're going to get pregnant? What? I'll just have to put my faith in the Lord. Well, I'm not worried. My daughter's going to find out that she's smarter than all those boys. Yeah. Even though I got better grades than 97% of my high school class, I knew they all knew more than me. I knew what most of them would do once they had a dorm room to sneak somebody into. What if somebody wanted to do that to me? I didn't even know how to keep from getting pregnant. So I felt even worse 2 hours later when we got to Grinnell and I met my college roommate, Cassandra. My college roommate, Cassandra, was so cool, she made my whole high school look like preschool. Her blonde hair hung over one eye, but she saw everything that was going on. When she was quiet, which was most of the time, her lips were pursed as if she only believed half of what everybody was saying. And she smoked. Daddy offered Cassandra Marlboro and lit it for her. I knew what was going to happen. Cassidy, would you like to pray with us before we leave? I never called Cassie. I will pray with you. Mother prayed for 10 minutes. I know it was 10 minutes because I was so embarrassed. I couldn't look at Cassandra. I couldn't look at my parents. I watched Cassandra's clock. Then my mother started to cry and hung on to me until Daddy pulled her away. As he dragged my mother out the door, he turned around and said, "Don't let the boy get you down." Cassandra and I sat in silence. She smoking, I staring at the floor for a really long time. You don't hate me, do you? Why should I hate you? Because
Does your mother pray for 10 minutes? As long as you don't do it. You don't, do you? Why should I hate you? People have to be polite to their own parents and other people's parents as well. But don't let the boys get you down. What the hell was that about? Oh, that's just Daddy. Uh-huh. So, what are you going to take for an elective? I don't know. I can't take any art classes until I'm a sophomore. I don't even want to come here, and I can't believe I have to stay here for 4 years. I just want to go study art and nothing else like I did in the old days. And your parents won't let you. Are they always in your way? Well, they are my parents. Uh-huh. Cassandra pulled a cigarette from her pack and lit it off the end of the one she was smoking. Don't inhale. Some of the senior art students have an open drawing class they let freshmen come to sometimes. It's only the 4th day of school, Nena. You don't understand. There were 20 people at that drawing session just like me. This really is the happiest week of my life. Well, there's something you should know. Some of the senior boys go to the open drawing class to pick up freshman girls. Were your parents strict about, you know, I'm not trying to cry. Oh, yes, she is. It's okay. The whole time I was in high school, the only boy who ever asked me out on a date was a sort of juvenile delinquent who wanted to take me to the senior prom. Daddy kicked him out of the house after he tried to kiss me while we were playing pool in the basement. Oh, shit. I knew you were a virgin. Don't look at me like that. I started having sex with my boyfriend when I was 15. I bet half the girls on this floor on the pill. The guys know that. They think we like sex as much as they do. I think I'll like it more when I'm older. Don't look at me like that. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. You just have to be cool. That's all. You know, separate the wheat from the chaff. Men are animals. They like to have virgins for breakfast. Don't look at me like that. I have 5 older brothers, and that's what they told me. You just have to be cool. Especially if you're not on the pill. The next day, the best looking boy I had ever seen sat down across from me in the cafeteria. You don't mind, do you? Johann Great, Chicago. I know who you are. You're famous already. I'm kind of famous too. They tell me I'm the star of the freshman football team. I stomp all over the all-white boys and the all-black ones too. Hey, the brothers made fun of my name at first. Yo, where'd you get a white boy's name? Shit, ain't nothing wrong with my name. Daddy wasn't so black he couldn't bring home a German war prize. Let her give all her children German names. Klaus, Hannelore, Dagmar, and we're the best. You're the best too. I bet your daddy's proud of you. You said separate the wheat from the chaff, and that's what I did. I don't have time to talk about this right now. I have a quiz tomorrow. Oh, yes, I can tell. You really care about your studies. You come home every night at 10 o'clock and look at your books for half an hour. Oh, Nena. Okay. You say there's nothing going on besides making out. So, why do you think it is that Johann never takes you anywhere? He can't be seen with you in public because he's sleeping with some cheerleader. Don't look at me like that. Everybody else knows it, Nena. Why don't you? Look. Every night, after he gets all lathered up with you, he opens up a bottle of scotch and sneaks the cheerleader past the guard. Nena. Okay, what you probably didn't hear is there's a girl in Chicago. I gave her a diamond tip promise ring. Now you know. But no matter what else anybody tells you, don't ask me about that cheerleader. She's just doing my laundry and ironing my shirts, that's all. Shit. I'm only a man. Oh yeah, I know you think I'm not a man because I'm only 18. Well, baby, that's 18 and that's 18. You're still a little girl, but I'm a man. Yeah. Don't you think this is a man's body? Yeah. Your breasts tell me you think I'm a man when I have your nipples between my lips and your thighs. Yeah, your thighs tell me you think I'm a man and you say, Johann, stop it. You don't really want me to stop me. Do you? You think I'm a man and you love it, don't you? Don't you? Yes. You can't get enough. Because I'm giving you what you want, what you need. But baby, you are not giving me what I need. And if I don't get what I need, well, I'll have to go elsewhere. So, what about that cheerleader? What about her? She just irons my shirt. Okay. Okay. Johann took off his clothes. I've never seen a naked man before. Wasn't that supposed to fit inside me? I just took off my underpants. Johann, put on a condom. It looks so medical. I would think that could keep me from getting pregnant. Are you scared? It might hurt. It might even bleed a little. To me, slut! Susan, I'm running after you. I'm going to catch you this time. You can't see where you're going.
Maybe it's your grave. You're going to hell while you're still alive. You'll look up one day and see the sky disappearing. You'll see everyone you know and they will all be silent. And you will drift and slip into darkness. It will be a long way down. And all the way down, you will see the sky. And you will reach for the sun, and the sun will not save you. And you will call out the name of everyone you know, and no one will hear you. They will all just watch you fall. And finally, you will call out the name of the God you only half believe in to catch you and snatch you back up into the light. And he will not listen to you either. I was gone, just like, it was over really fast, just like Cassandra said it would be. Johan, stop calling me. I heard you were sleeping with the cheerleader. And I didn't care. Don't you want some breakfast? You're going to miss it if you don't hurry. Nena, have you even had a shower yet? You have a class in 20 minutes, don't you? Yes, this is Tuesday. Do you really want to flunk out because of some boy? He's not that good looking. Oh, shit! Are you pregnant? Well, there's people at the medical center who you can talk to, okay? What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Don't look at me like that. There's not a molecule to be found. Not inside me. Not outside me. No light. No shadows. And lines. Oh, you're here anyway. Oh! Yay, for what? The shadow. God is really there. Because if he was really there, nothing bad would ever happen. Because you just don't want anything to go wrong with the thing that you created, like the whole world. Ah! Sandra left and came back with some woman who said she was a social worker. I didn't say anything. The woman left. Sandra sat on her bed smoking. And you know, I don't know how I knew that because I couldn't see. My parents came into the room. Cassandra turned on a light and I still couldn't see. Nena, honey, do you think you want to see a psychiatrist? Her mouth was moving, but she was so quiet. Susan was quiet. The room was quiet. The hallway was quiet. The building was quiet. fall apart, you have to start all over again. Dreams, dreams, dreams of dreams. Ideas and clouds and fairies and shadows. At 1 o'clock, we went to sea, and we sailed and saw fishes and lizards and gizzards. The sun was hot and melted our minds, so we creeped along till we came to the edge. And then we froze. Long it's been. One morning, I woke up in my own bed at home and realized that the last thing I remembered was Cassandra turning on the light in our dorm room. I didn't even know what day it was. All I knew was I was still down in this deep, dark hole I'd fallen into. I heard my parents arguing downstairs. She's going to have to pull herself out of this. Hush. She might hear you. Daddy was probably mad at me for crashing on the road to law school. He always yelled at me if I broke a dish, like I should be able to put it back together. He probably didn't remember that girl we saw screaming in the middle of the street. That made me mad. I was pretty sure that I was madder at Daddy than he was at me. My mother came upstairs. Nena? Honey, are you all right? What day is this? Thursday. The 9th? I was rude. There were only 2 days I couldn't remember. Oh, Nena, honey, it's the 16th. Let's you behind. Big deal. Big deal? Nena, your daddy's right. You're going to have to snap out of this. I suppose now you want me to pray with you. Well, honey, nothing and no one can save us but the Lord. Don't ever talk to me about the Lord again. You don't know me. You don't know anything about me. Nena, I'm your mother. You wanted me to do. I prayed. I got scholarships, and I'm nothing and nobody. You think you're the only one who's suffering because of this? I don't care how you feel. I'm going to do what I want for the rest of my life. I mean, not everything we do affects other people. That's other people's problem, not mine. I heard you talking downstairs. I'll pull myself out of it all right. All by myself, just like I've always done. Nena, you've never been alone? No, with me, and me, and me. I'm going to get a job, and I'm going to get some money, and I'm going to go do what I want to do. Nena, are you sure you're ready? I'm going downtown. I'll take the bus. Miss Goldberg told me that the attorneys in this office mostly handle divorces, slip and falls, automobile accidents. The clients in the waiting room mostly look like criminals, but Miss Goldberg wore pearls in the pastel suit and looked so clean she couldn't get dirty. Honey, you were a National Achievement Scholar and you're not going to college? I can go to college later, and when I do, I'll have experience. Oh, yes, you have to have experience. I already know how to type. My mother made me type all my papers in high school. May I pray? I like you, Nena. But, honey,
hard to be the person I want to be. Okay. This really does go against my better judgment. Come in Monday, 8 o'clock. Now, Hal is the senior attorney. I'm only his associate, okay? So I don't have the final say. If Hal doesn't take one look at you and throw you out of your ear, you have a job. But Nena, you have got to keep a level head around Hal. Okay? On Monday morning, Hal didn't even notice me. He whizzed past my desk to his office like a miniature straight line wind and locked his door. Hal, I hired a receptionist. The door opened, and out came a fat-fingered fist holding a bunch of papers. Have her do the bills for the tenants. He slammed the door. Hal, Nena, Hal. I had done what I wanted. I had a job. Even though I was still down in that deep dark hole, even though I felt so bad that when I raised my fingers to the typewriter, my arms hurt, I had done what I wanted. When I got home that night, I didn't even tell my parents where I'd been. I went up to my room with my takeout and closed my door. We went down to breakfast the next morning. Daddy was reading the newspaper and listening to the radio. Daddy, I got a job, my first job. It's a law office. Hal Beckon's son. Everybody in town knows that Hal Beck is crazy. Girl, don't give me that look. Your mother told me you've been giving her the evil eye, and I won't stand for it. I'm trying to make up for things. Things? Girl, I don't even know where to begin with you. You're the one who wanted me to go to law school. You're not even a secretary, Nena. Miss Goldberg says I'll be typing briefs. Type. Aren't you proud of yourself? I have to go to work. Like regularly, but I couldn't feel my feet. You're not going anywhere. Girl, what's the matter with you? Nothing. I have to go to work. Well, come back here. I'm not finished with you yet. I am finished. I have a real job. And it's going to pay me real money. And it's going to be a lot more real than anything you ever wanted me to do. I never told him or my mother that the man who was paying me that real money hardly spoke a word to me the whole time I worked in his office. He spent a lot of time left in his office screaming. You're dead, 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 dead. It sounded a lot like Susan. Miss Goldberg told me to tell clients that Hal was sick when he was screaming. He got sick a lot. I tried not to look nervous, especially when Miss Goldberg passed by my desk while Hal was screaming, but one morning, he started screaming worse and earlier than usual. All right! You got my letter, right? Okay. Now you read it, right? And you saw the part where I said, the court won't go for that, right? So, what are you? Illiterate or a moron? Well, you know what? You could have stayed married to that bitch. What the fuck do I care? You're gonna what? 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 Ah! I'll kill you! You piece of shit! Ah! It's crazy, Miss Goldberg. She's crazy. Nena.
real one, have you? Pick it up. I don't believe in guns, Miss Goldberg. It's empty. Here. It's so heavy. Maybe we should get rid of it. Yes. Did you know, young lady, that when a person kills himself, his mother, and his wife, and his children, and his friends each take 5 years to grieve? If there are 20 people, that's 100 years of grief. Sometimes a person needs a little help with his craziness. Nena, honey, have you ever thought about killing yourself? I am not crazy. Do you think I'm crazy? I used to have a younger brother. Mother said he was artistic until one day when he... No! Don't! You don't want me to do it, do you? Honey, I don't want you to do it either. Whatever it takes for you to survive, do it. 100 years is a lot of grief. I don't care about my parents' grief. Well, honey, what about your grief? I feel terrible all the time because I can't do what I want. I want to be an artist, Miss Goldberg, and I'm afraid I'll never be able to if I don't get away from my parents. Well, they do it. Do it! Do it! New York! New York! Girl, I know you didn't just tell me that. I'm going to New York. And Miss Goldberg says that in New York I can study at the Art Students League, and a lot of famous artists like George O'Keeffe went to the Art Students League. Well, you're not going there. What are you going to do? Lock me up? That's what they do to girls, isn't it? And then they strap them down and give them shock treatment. And then they kill themselves. Is that what you want me to do? Kill myself? Yes! Nena, honey, you couldn't even stay at Grinnell College. Do you think you want to see a psychiatrist first? Someone who doesn't know anything about me? That's a girl's one of getting shock treatment. Girl, you haven't saved any money. I have $1,000 standing. There was about $200 in my checking account. I just don't know what to do with you anymore. You don't have to. I can take care of myself. Oh, I didn't even believe that myself. Once I was strapped in on the airplane, I felt like I was on a suicide mission. Oh, the Empire State Building. The Brooklyn Bridge. 1 year. After 1 year, if I'm still down in this deep, dark hole, I can give up and jump off that bridge. But it won't be because I decide to, not because you want me to. Do you hear me, Susan? If you ever stepped off a plane in New York, you know it's like stepping onto a racetrack. And I ran for my life all the way uptown on the A train with 2 big suitcases I could hardly carry to the Art Students League. The Art Students League. Well, I don't know what I expected. Maybe a gleaming white palace floating on a cloud. On the outside, it was as dingy as all the other buildings I'd seen, and on the inside, as I walked down the hallway, I kept expecting a mouse to dart out from somewhere. Yo! You know, you look like an immigrant or something. Whoa! I never knew you people blushed. Okay,
cigarette? You looking for something? Somebody? A drawing class? I guess. No. You can't walk into class carrying your life's possessions. This is so rich. How come there's nobody else around here to see this? Okay, serious. You ever heard of Rubber Beverly Hills? What am I talking? I can look at you and tell you never studied anatomy. You from Mississippi or something? No, Nebraska. Why is that funny? Okay, where is it, Robert Beverly Hills? Nebraska. No way. Nobody's from Nebraska. You need a place to stay? No, thank you. Whoa. Time out. Look, I'm here all day, pretty much every day. Just look for me whenever you're something to wherever your new home is. I'll show you around. I'm Marco. Okay? Okay. So let the boys get you down. He reminded me of Johann, but I followed him to Robert Beverly Hill's class the next day. Dr. Hill was tall, thin, aristocratic. And my first day in his class was the first time I ever heard an American talk with an English accent. Yes, I was one of those Americans who was in Paris a great deal during the 20s, and naturally when I was there, I met all the characters in the arts. Picasso, Matisse, the whole crew. You know, I'm not sure I was old enough or wise enough to understand what was happening. Yes. One day, in East Hampton, Mr. de Kooning came up to my little studio there, and he told me that I was ruining any number of people by teaching them about anatomy. But as a matter of fact, an artist needs to know about the technical tradition that has preceded him, and the more he knows, the better off he is. Picasso knew it. Matisse knew it. And I guarantee you that Mr. de Kooning knows it. Oh, yes. Oh, I recommend that you take a look at some of his early work. I felt like I was on a life raft that could lift me up out of the deep, dark hole I'd fallen into. I raised pencil and paper. I'm not sure what I expected to happen. I couldn't connect my thoughts, and my thoughts wouldn't connect with my hand. The only reason why I kept going to class was to be on that life raft for the first 20 minutes that Dr. Hill lectured. One day, after he'd been going to the Art Students League for a few months, Marco was standing in the doorway as I was leaving class. Okay, before card time, show me what you got. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Yes, Nena. I can't see it inside.
Wait a minute. Come with me. I want to show you something. Yo! Open up. It's me.
Oh, man. Don't bring your cigarette smoke in here. This little fucker is asphyxiating enough. Oh. Hello. Who are you? Oh. Who is this? This is illegal. Did you forget?
Whoa. She is a very, very, very close personal friend of mine. She won't say nothing to nobody. Will you, dear? My head, I had no idea what he was talking about.
Oh. Okay. I gotta get back to work anyway.
Okay! Later.
A red-haired anorexic girl, all pissed and green, locked the door behind her off the left and left. Bye-bye! The room was filled with festive paintings and sculpture. Terrible sculpture, what Marco called abortions. There was, I swear, half an inch of mold on the window panes. And the room smelled like formaldehyde because there was a real abortion on a little table. It was dark brown and about this long. The knife slipped from under its chin down to its vagina. Orangutans have tiny hips and big heads. Big heads! Where did you get that? Oh, you don't want to know. Honey, you can get anything in New York. Shut up, Phyllis. You are not going to throw up, are you? Because we are screwed if you throw up. Orangutans aren't endangered, you know? Well, maybe you don't know. Marco had given me a beat-up old edition of Grey's Anatomy. Do you know it hadn't once occurred to me to look through it and try to figure out where Susan might live inside my head until now? Are you going to cut open his head in back, so you can see what's there? Girl. The atlas, the axis, the third and fourth vertebrae. You don't know your anatomy, do you? Are you going to look at its brain? Have you ever found anything extra? That's funny. Oh, extra. Like what? Another head? Oh, you are serious. You're the one from Nebraska, aren't you? Wow, Phyllis. A vestigial head. A vestigial fucking head. Not possible. I'll show you. See, this is cut from the parietal down to the coccyx. Are you looking? It's already dead. It's not going to bite you. I'm pulling open the trapezius of the atlas axis, third, fourth vertebrae. Find that spot on the back of your neck. Feel that? It's not possible for you to grow another head. So where was she? Maybe she was a lump on my brain like a tumor. Pages of that baby orangutan, and they were the best drawings that I've done for a really long time. And I felt deeper down in that big black hole than I ever felt. On the way home, on the subway, I looked at all the pictures of the brain in Grey's Anatomy. The brain is like this. If you had a tumor that weighed 500 pounds, you'd be dead. I'm going to be dead. Without really being head. When I got home, I took as many aspirin as I thought would kill me and went to sleep. I still don't know what time it was when I woke up. It was already light outside. Susan was chanting, "Jump, jump, jump!" In my sleep, that had never happened before. And there was horns and honking. Jump, jump, jump! It sounded like there was a traffic jam so bad that cars and people were piled on top of each other. Jump, jump, jump! That sound wasn't inside my head. I opened the blinds and saw hundreds of upturned faces. And then the cab drivers who were honking their horns and the policemen were looking up at my building. I knew what was happening. Jump! 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 I was afraid. If I looked out that window, I jumped too. I was 8 stories up. I was sure it would work. Henry Hudson Grant! George Washington Grant! Brooklyn Grant! Williamsburg Grant! What's the closest? Queensboro! Triborough! You know, the crowd outside was laughing and crying, "Jump!" just like she was. I hated all those people, every single one of them. I was the big black hole that I was in would swallow them too. Jump! 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 Silence. Have you ever heard 300 people gasp? I saw a man run toward my building, his arms outstretched, as if he thought he could catch the jump. And then he screamed. Everybody else was silent. Except shut up until you're dead. Jump. My room so fast I didn't even know whether I was wearing shoes. Once I was in the revolving door, somebody pushed the door hard behind me. And all of a sudden, there I was, 10 feet away from the fleshy, bruised bag of broken bones that used to be a girl my age. A policeman dripped tears on her like she was naked. I could tell that her right knee must have hit the pavement first. There was bruising and bleeding around her patella. And her right femur had broken in two and popped out of the acetabulum. And her back must have twisted and snapped right above the upper lumbar, because her left arm and shoulder were on the same side of her body as her right leg. Her left scapular jutted from her body. This is some really horrible spasm had happened right as she hit the ground. 8 stories down in 8 seconds against 100 years of grief. Plus, who knows how much grief for the man who didn't catch her. I felt sorry for him. I wished I could explain suicide to him. But, that's just not going to happen because it's a bucket. I'm a bucket. 80% full of your shit, Susan! Do you hear me? I know you're there. But you're not the only thing inside my head. A lot of what I want is in there, too. When I'm doing what I want, I'm not standing in front of a window or on a bridge, am I? I don't think that jumping out of a window was what that girl wanted. I think she forgot what she wanted. I have a good memory.